Do your knees ache when you stand up? Are your fingers stiff in the morning? Or do your hips feel like rusty hinges every time you try to get out of bed? If so, you're not alone, and the culprit might be hiding right in your kitchen. Believe it or not, many common foods that seem harmless are actually secretly fueling joint pain, stiffness, and long-term damage, especially after the age of 60. The good news? Once you know what these foods are and what to replace them with, you can start feeling relief, naturally. Hi, I'm Dr. Alex Carter. I'm 70 years old with over 45 years of experience in medicine. I hold advanced degrees from top medical universities and have spent decades helping people live healthier, stronger, and more active lives. Through my journey as a doctor, I've learned that simple habits can make a big difference. And now I'm here to share practical, science-based advice to help you feel your best at any age. In today's video, we're diving into 7 common foods that can silently destroy your joints, increasing inflammation, making arthritis worse, and speeding up wear and tear. But don't worry, for every harmful food, I'll also share a healing alternative you can start using today to soothe your joints and support long-term mobility. So grab a notepad and let's get started. Number 1. Sugary snacks and sweetened beverages. Let's start with one of the biggest offenders, sugar. Cookies, pastries, soda, candy, these treats might lift your mood for a moment, but they can wreak havoc on your joints over time. Why is sugar so harmful? When we consume too much sugar, the body produces cytokines, small proteins that act like chemical messengers. Some cytokines promote inflammation, and chronic inflammation is a major driver of joint pain, arthritis, and stiffness. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who drank just one sugary soda a day had a significantly higher risk of developing rheumatoid arthritis. That's just one drink. What to eat instead? Replace sugary drinks with herbal teas like ginger or turmeric tea. Both have natural anti-inflammatory effects. For snacks, try fresh fruit, dates, or dark chocolate, 85% plus cocoa, for a sweet treat without the joint damage. Number 2. Processed meats, like bacon, sausage, and deli meats. Next up are processed meats, things like hot dogs, ham, pepperoni, or cold cuts. These foods are high in advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, which harmful compounds that form when meat is cooked at high temperatures or preserved chemically. AGEs increase oxidative stress and inflammation, which can damage joint cartilage and make arthritis worse. Also, many processed meats are loaded with sodium and preservatives, which can lead to water retention, bloating, and even worsen gout symptoms in some older adults. What to eat instead? Opt for lean proteins like grilled chicken, wild-caught salmon, or plant-based options like lentils and beans. Salmon is especially beneficial because it's rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce joint inflammation naturally. Number 3. Refined carbohydrates like white bread, pasta, and pastries. If you love your white toast in the morning or pasta at dinner, this one is for you. Refined carbs are made from white flour and have most of their nutrients and fiber stripped away. They spike your blood sugar, and just like sugar, that leads to increased production of inflammatory chemicals that can harm your joints. Over time, this constant low-grade inflammation wears down the cartilage between joints, making movement more painful and less fluid. What to eat instead? Switch to whole grains like oats, quinoa, brown rice, or whole grain bread. These provide fiber, B vitamins, and antioxidants, all of which support a healthy inflammatory response. So far we've covered sugary snacks and drinks, which trigger inflammation, processed meats filled with chemicals that stress your joints, refined carbs, which spike blood sugar and stress your joints. These foods might be part of your daily routine without even realizing the damage they're doing. But remember, it's never too late to make a change. Even small swaps like choosing brown rice over white or drinking turmeric tea instead of soda can make a real difference in how your joints feel day to day. In the next part of the video, we'll uncover 4 more surprising foods that may be sabotaging your joint health, including one popular vegetable that might shock you. Number 4. Dairy products, especially full-fat milk, cheese, and cream. This one often surprises people because dairy is marketed as bone-friendly. But for many older adults, especially those with joint problems or autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, dairy can actually trigger inflammation and make symptoms worse. Here's why. Dairy contains a protein called casein, which some people are sensitive to. Casein can irritate tissues around the joints, especially in those who are already prone to inflammation. In addition, full-fat dairy is high in saturated fat, which has been linked to increased levels of CRP, or C-reactive protein, a marker of systemic inflammation that's often elevated in people with joint pain. What to eat instead? Try plant-based milks, like unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or flax milk. For calcium, include leafy greens like kale and broccoli, or fortified plant-based products. Also, chia seeds, tofu, and sardines with bones are great non-dairy calcium sources that support bone and joint health without the inflammatory side effects. Number 5. Fried foods and fast food. We all love a crispy French fry or fried chicken every now and then, but these indulgences come at a cost. Fried foods are typically cooked in cheap vegetable oils like soybean, corn, or canola oil, all of which are high in omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6s aren't bad on their own, an imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3 in the diet creates a pro-inflammatory state in the body. That inflammation can lead to joint swelling, stiffness, and pain, especially in weight-bearing joints like knees and hips. And let's not forget, fried foods are also high in trans fats, which are some of the worst fats for overall health. What to eat instead? If you love that crispy texture, try using an air fryer or baking instead of deep frying. Cook with anti-inflammatory oils like olive oil or avocado oil, and include fatty fish like mackerel or sardines for natural omega-3s. You'll still get flavor, but without the flare-ups. Number 6. Nightshade vegetables for some people. Now this one might raise a few eyebrows. Tomatoes, eggplants, bell peppers, and white potatoes are all part of the nightshade family. While these vegetables are packed with nutrients, some people with joint issues are sensitive to a compound they contain called solanine. Solanine has been shown in sensitive individuals to irritate joints and increase inflammation, especially in those with osteoarthritis or autoimmune joint disorders. Now, to be clear, not everyone reacts to nightshades, but if you've tried everything else and your joint pain persists, it might be worth eliminating them for a few weeks and tracking how you feel. What to eat instead? Focus on non-nightshade vegetables like zucchini, carrots, beets, spinach, or cauliflower, all full of antioxidants and supportive of joint repair. If you're unsure, keep a joint pain journal and work with a nutritionist to test for food sensitivities. Number 7. Excess salt, hidden in packaged and canned foods. Let's wrap up with something hiding in plain sight: sodium. Too much salt causes the body to retain water, which increases pressure on the joints, especially in people with arthritis or joint degeneration. High sodium diets also contribute to calcium loss, which weakens bones and makes joints more vulnerable to wear and tear. And what's worse is that many packaged and canned foods, like soups, frozen dinners, and even healthy snacks, are loaded with hidden sodium. What to do instead? Use herbs and spices for flavor instead of salt. Try anti-inflammatory herbs like turmeric, garlic, rosemary, and ginger. When buying packaged foods, always check the label and aim for products with less than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving. And of course, stay hydrated. Water helps flush out excess sodium and lubricates your joints naturally. Common questions about joint pain and food. Q&A. Is all inflammation bad? Not exactly. Acute inflammation is the body's natural healing response, like when you cut your finger. But chronic inflammation, the kind caused by poor diet and lifestyle, is what damages joints over time. Q&A. Can supplements help? Yes, Some seniors benefit from glucosamine, chondroitin, turmeric or curcumin, omega-3s, and vitamin D3 and K2. But food comes first. Always consult your doctor before starting any new supplement. Q&A. How long does it take to feel a difference after changing my diet? Some people notice reduced joint pain and stiffness within 2 to 4 weeks of cutting out inflammatory foods. Others might take longer. The key is consistency and patience. Summary recap. Let's quickly go over the top 7 foods that destroy your joints after 60. Sugar fuels inflammation and joint breakdown. Processed meats, loaded with chemicals that stress your joints. Refined carbs, spike blood sugar, and damage tissue. Dairy, for some people, may trigger joint inflammation. Fried foods, packed with pro-inflammatory fats.
Nightshades, if sensitive, may irritate joints. Excess salt causes joint swelling and calcium loss. Swap these out for whole foods, healthy fats, leafy greens, and anti-inflammatory herbs, and your joints will thank you, step by step. If you found this video helpful, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Let me know which food you're going to cut back on first, or if you have your own joint-friendly meal ideas. Together, we can help you stay active, independent, and pain-free, one meal at a time. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.